Okay, so today we're going to talk about the state of Maine, a state that I've never been to, although I don't really like it very much. And no offense to anyone that's watching right now that's from the state of Maine, but unfortunately, your government hasn't really made it too enticing for us to want to visit. I mean, I'm talking about like federal and state level. I mean, on the federal level, I don't think I need to explain that too much. But on the state level, there's Governor Mills, and also this guy right here, Senator Joseph Martin, who sent our MLAs detailed instructions on how to become American. So I think Canadians have a right to give the state of Maine a little bit of a stink eye. But in today's video, I have a bit of an update on the tourist situation when it comes to the state of Maine. And this business right here that you're seeing on the screen, they said that normally 90% of their bookings come from Canadians. And this year they have 10. And I think it's 10 Canadians total. But not only that, the restaurants and bars, they don't seem to be doing too well either. Because I don't think these seats are supposed to be empty. But I have to ask, like, what happened to the domestic tourists that were, like, more important than the international?
Yeah. Also, of course, like we could survive without a ton of international tourism. I think the tourism industry in America, and I don't know this as a fact, but I think our tourism industry is more based on domestic tourism.
It is, for sure.
Yep, I'm never going to let that clip die. I mean, it'll be forever on the GTL rotation. But if you look at these screenshots here and all the empty chairs and tables, this is not normal for, like, the middle of summer. So we're going to get into this report out of Quebec, and before I do, I just want to remind everybody about my Substack and Buy Me a Coffee page. And I did mention in a video before that I'm probably going to sound like a broken record when it comes to this. And I do appreciate the GTL viewers that said, do what you need to do, GTL. And for those of you watching right now that might be watching for the first time, or this is the first time you watched any of my videos, I said that twice, didn't I? Anyways, just to let everybody know, my channel has been demonetized, meaning that I'm not earning any revenue from this channel anymore. But despite that and not earning extra income from this channel, I'm going to continue. Because I feel like I need to continue being the voice for many of us, Canadians and internationally. Because the US media, as well as even Canadian, they're not representing what many of us are feeling. And I kind of feel like I have a duty now to call it out. So if you do enjoy this video and you want to support my channel, then my Substack as well as my Buy Me a Coffee link is probably the best method for now. So I do appreciate everyone that supports my channel. Okay, so before I get started, just a heads up, the report out of Quebec, the reporter part is translated. So it might not be 100% correct, but it was a YouTube translation when I got it. But let's get started.
Tables free, rooms available, parking lots half empty. In the heart of July, this is an unusual scene in southern Maine at Old Orchard Beach. Many merchants were hoping to move on from last year's boycott, but it won't be this year.
30 to 40% Quebec Canadian, and then this year it's been maybe 5% of our clientele. It's been very little.
Now this business, along with others, I'm sure Canadians and Quebecers were a big portion of it. Going down to 5% now, that's pretty big. But we're going to go back in time, and I'm going to show a clip that I made last year. And this motel owner thought everything would be like a temporary hiccup, I guess.
The local chamber estimating between 30 and 40% of the tourists that come each summer are from Canada. But with the tariffs and the political taunting from President Donald Trump, will they still come?
I think Canada would be much better off being a 51st state.
Canadians say they were hurt and angry over these comments. There's even talk of a boycott and fears here at home that those Canadian visitors won't come this year.
I think that those relationships are going to weather the this temporary friction.
Oh, it's definitely not temporary. Keep in mind, this was 4 months ago, back when a lot of American businesses thought it would just all blow over. Well, the current GTL is telling you that it didn't blow over. And it wasn't a temporary friction. I mean, I think for a lot of us, this is permanent. But it's always interesting looking back at the clips from last year when the United States businesses didn't really take it too seriously. I wonder if they take it seriously now.
Here too at the Mist Restaurant and the Tiki Hut right across from Old Orchard Beach, times are tough. It's lunchtime, and the 250 seats are virtually all empty.
For a lot of these small businesses to succeed, we need that kind of tourism back. There are some businesses that have had to close.
Well, I have to ask again, what happened to your domestic tourists? Because your president said he doesn't need anything from Canada, and so do a lot of your fellow citizens as well. Now, you might not agree with these citizens, but they're still part of your country. And Canadians, we're not forgetting these comments that we're seeing. But to say that you need the Canadians back in order for your business to stay afloat, well, we have our reasons for not going. And if you ask me, they're pretty damn good reasons.
Here at the Seaside Motel, located right across from Gooch Beach in Kennebunk, Canadians could account for up to 90% of the clientele in the best years. This year, in mid-July, only 10 Canadians have shown up.
I've had the same ones coming for generations. They want to come back, and they will be back. It's just right now, for their own self-respect, they won't come.
I mean, imagine having 90% of your clientele being Canadian, and this year you get 10. Like, only 10. But then again, those 10 Canadians are probably ones that, like, are me. But I did a report on this guy last year as well, and he's saying about the same thing. Now, he's not as, like, nonchalant about it, saying that it's, like, temporary friction. But what I'm trying to say is that after a year, absolutely nothing has changed or improved, and it's only gotten worse.
Here in Kittery, the observations are more encouraging. The return of Canadian tourists seems more significant than in neighboring towns.
We have not seen very many, if at all, cancellations from our Canadian guests.
We're happy to start seeing them come back slowly, but we heard a lot of, we're not telling our friends, we're not telling our neighbors, so it was kind of a little secret vacation.
Now, I actually question whether or not they're padding it. I mean, any business can say, oh yeah, our business is fine. We got lots of Canadians coming down. But what's lots? I mean, is it like 100? Or do they consider lots like maybe 5? It sucks that I have to be skeptical about this, but we know the United States, especially the media, they're not very good at telling like what the actual fact is. Anyways, this is just me thinking out loud, but let me know in the comments below. I mean, do you actually believe this region of Maine is doing better?
Further south in York, Jane and Jean don't own a hotel or restaurants. They have been renting out parking spaces behind their house for 10 years.
Donald Trump became president of the United States and insulted Canada, so we didn't get any Canadians anymore.
For the 85 and 86-year-old widows, every car counts because it helps pay the tax bill.
At least half of the cars would be from Quebec.
And now how is it?
We don't have any.
Going from a parking lot full of Canadian plates to 0, that's a big statement right there. And it tells me that there's probably plenty of road parking for people to park if they want to. But I can't help but feel sorry for them. I mean, it doesn't seem like they voted for Taco Tuesday, but at the same time as well, I don't think there's much we can do except say sorry.
I miss them all. You know, they were part of us. I grew up here playing with Canadian children and dating Canadian men.
Many Americans we met have no grievances against the Quebecers.
Well, they better not. I mean, Quebecers didn't do anything. It's your country that did. And if anybody has any animosity at Quebecers for not going to the state of Maine, you know who they voted for. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that, because I have seen some irrational logic coming from the Democrats as well.
Most people feel sorry, apologize.
We miss our Canadian friends, and we wish that things were different here in America.
We talked about moving to Canada, if we could.
I mean, compared to last season, on nice days like this, you definitely have at least half this place full. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Maine's beaches have been popular with Quebec families for decades. Does this tradition belong to the past? Time will tell.
In my non-expert opinion, I think this is going to be a new tradition. In the United States, they're probably going to have to get used to it. Make a plan B or plan C. Because what I've been trying to emphasize is that a year has gone by. And last year, a lot of businesses, they just thought it was like a temporary blip, or hype, or just a... What did the guy say earlier? I can't remember. Oh yeah, temporary friction. But last year, we had business owners basically telling us to just put politics aside and come down to Maine because that's what we normally do. Like this guy here.
Meanwhile, this restaurant manager says less than half of their guests are from Canada.
I think that they're coming, they're here, it's just taking a little longer.
He has a message for Canadians feeling hesitant about traveling south.
Just leave that between the politicians and just do what you normally do.
Yeah, just forget everything that's going on, leave it to the politicians, forget about like ICE and CBP, and spend your money at my oyster bar. That clip was from last year, and I'm sure his sentiment and like stance is probably the same. I wouldn't expect that guy to actively like understand what's going on and look outside his little bubble. But that rationale and mentality is still happening today. I mean, you can see in my video that I did yesterday on the borders. They're still trying to entice us. They're not trying to understand why we're pissed off, and they're not trying to fix that problem internally. Instead, they're just hoping that we're gonna fall for it, or we're gonna like cave and succumb to like a discount. Because over 1 year has passed, and they're still trying the same tactics. And it's gonna happen again next year, and the year after that, and probably the year after that. So for the state of Maine, I'm sorry to hear that your restaurants are full of empty seats and your parking lots are empty. Maybe you can ask these two guys to see if they can help you get some domestic tourists. To close out this video, I would like to thank Michael for sending this photo from, I'm gonna butcher this, Parc National de la Jacques Cartier, Quebec. If my French 11 teacher saw this, she would be like shaking her head. I guarantee it. But I want to thank you, Michael, for sending this over. And Michael is a US citizen who supports our channel and does visit our country frequently. So thank you for supporting Canada from south of the border. And also thank you for your email and words of encouragement. Alright, Ava, that's it for this video. And yeah, it is a shorter one, but I'm doing my best to just take care of my mental health. Because this week I realized I'm trying to cram so much into one video, into like a 15-minute video. And I was asking myself, like, why do I need to cram it? I'll just create another one later. But yeah, I appreciate everyone looking out for me. I'm most likely going to like drop it down to one video per day. Unless it's like an urgent one, like if Taco Tuesday dies, then I might even do a live stream for that one. But I do appreciate everyone looking out for me and making sure that I get my mental health rest. And also to everybody that signed up for my Substack and donated to my Buy Me a Coffee. The co-host, my wife and I, we really appreciate it. If you found any value in anything I said today, or you want to hear more from a Canadian and international perspective, without the US media bias, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. That way you'll be notified of my future videos. And don't forget to hit the bell icon and select all as well. Now if you want to see more of my videos, check out the ones that are going to show up on your screen shortly. Thanks everyone, I'll catch you in the next one.